Well, guess what? We now find ourselves back at Summerfeld after having spoken to Robert Faye-Derb about the chances of MARINARESCO defending the World Sports Betting Champions Cup, which is the feature race on Saturday. And of course, it was known as the Mike and Carol Bass Champions Cup last year and was won in resounding fashion by the son of Silvano, who was victorious in this year's Vodacom Durban July. He's back to defend his title, this time with jockey Bernard Faye-Derb aboard after Grant van Niekerk was victorious this time last year. Now, obviously, Justin Snaith has got a very strong hand with Bella Bella, It's My Turn, and Black Arthur. And so too Brett Crawford with Captain America, who was victorious in the Rising Sun Gold Challenge this year. And of course, Sail South, who ran a cracker in that self-same race. So we're going to chat first of all to Brett Crawford and have a look at Captain America and Sail South, go through their paces, after which we'll chat to Justin Snaith. Right, a race that's obviously very dear to your heart. You've been enormously successful both with Jackson and Futura, and hopefully with two live wires, particularly a Grade 1 winner in Captain America. You optimistic of a good performance this year, Brett?
Yeah, Andrew, I mean, he's had a fantastic season this year. Now, he hasn't been back to Durban for 3 seasons. He came as a 3-year-old and, he ran a place in all the classics. But we opted to, at that time, not to bring him back here. The way he was racing, he was over-racing. We taught him to settle, took him to Joburg. That worked out extremely well for him. And now he's come back this time for first time in a while, and he's only had 2 runs. The drill, he ran a great race. He got beat to length, and then obviously winning the Grade 1, which was his mission the whole season. Won it well. And now he comes into Saturday, he's had a fantastic prep and he really looks a picture. So I'm really confident of a massive run.
We're going to come back to him because obviously there have been many great horses that have fallen at the final hurdle that have taken all the big feature races into consideration, including the Vodacom Durban July. But let's talk very briefly about Sail South. He's a horse that always seems to slip under the radar, and he's way above average and due for a big performance.
Yeah, I mean, if you take his Queen's Plate run, if you take his run in the Gold Challenge, he came from stone last, finished 4th flying. Wherever captain is, he's never been far behind him. He does have a 2-kilo pull in the weights, which I think is massive for him. He gets on exceptionally well with Richard. And once again, you can expect them to be right next to each other. And, it wouldn't surprise me if this horse got his name up in the big lights and got a Group 1 that he just as, in my opinion, he deserves. So he's had a great prep, and I'm confident both horses will run in the money.
Now, John Costa made a statement that if you get a stallion once in a lifetime like Captain Al, you'd be incredibly blessed and very fortunate to be in that position. I'd have to say the same thing about Captain America.
Yeah, look, he's just been an owner's dream. He's without a doubt a trainer's dream. He's a big horse, workman horse, no complications. And, each season that's gone past, he's just got better and better. And to be honest, Andrew, I don't think he's finished. I mean, although he's getting older, he's been lightly raced. And he's a sound horse, so provided he keeps putting his whole heart into it, which is him. So the day he stops that, you'll know that he's had enough. We'll look after him and we'll keep him going for as long as it takes, as long as he's a happy horse.
Now, luck is always a very important component, but he's the type of horse that seems to make his own luck, because with MARINARESCO, for example, you have to hope for a split. It's just the way he has to be ridden. Captain America, because of his size, because of his style of running, he can dominate, he can be handy.
Yeah, I mean, he's proven that's how he likes to race. But in saying that, it's never easy being the hare or being a horse. You do all the hard work up front. So, he's achieved so much through his racing style. But at the end of the day, it's not easy to do. So, on Saturday, we'll be positive on him and we'll see where the race leads us after that. But from my side, he's fit and well, and as a team, we're very happy with him.
For me, it is the race of the season, without a doubt. Normally, this is the back end of the season, and it's the weakest Group 1 of the year normally. Make no mistake. Even last year, only one contested the race, MARINARESCO. This is the first year where you've got the Gold Challenge winner, the July winner, and the Garden Province winner, all in the same race. And in all honesty, there's no excuses here, and we'll see who's the best horse. But Bella Bella as well, I'm quite confident that she'll run a big race here. I think if ever there was a time to take on the colts, this is the type of race. It's at the end of the season. She's been quite easily prepped through the season, and this was always a race that we had targeted for her. We used the Gold Challenge as a prep race into the Garden Province, so she'll strip her fitter filly on Saturday.
And obviously, she's going to have to be right on top of her game, because there's no denying the fact that both MARINARESCO and Captain America and even Sail South are really top-class 9-furlong horses.
Look, if you run second last in this race, it could be a good run. That's how competitive this is. There's horses. I mean, I've got horses there like It's My Turn's a Derby winner. Black Arthur, we all know we rate him highly. It's been hard enough getting past those horses. Now you've got Captain America, MARINARESCO, and Bella Bella. Just show you why this is the race of the season.
Okay, well, you've mentioned your other two. In my opinion, I'd have to say that It's My Turn is a very good horse of his own generation, but not good enough to beat Bella Bella. And Black Arthur, I'm still not decided about him, because I know that he's capable of some exceptional performances.
Well, this it's all laid on the line here. He's doing well at home, Black Arthur. He's got no excuse. On Saturday, if he's good enough, he'll run his race. He's getting 2 kilos from them, so he was good enough to beat them at level weights. Now he gets 2 kilos, so he's got absolutely no excuse. Grant, just last time, he was switching out to the outside fence, which I really don't want to see on Saturday. I want to see him come through the field with a little bit more confidence. It's My Turn last time went to the front in the July. It's not, he did quite a bit early, and he still hung on quite doggedly to the end. 18 might be on the short side. I think he can get the 18's fine, but I think he's more competitive at 2,000. And in this type of race, everything's going to have to go your way. So look, as long as the jocks ride their races, I think my horses are well. They look great, and we should have a good day on Saturday.
There's every reason to believe that your decision to run this horse in the Champions Cup means that you think you may be ahead of the handicapper.
Andrew, it's a stepping stone at the end of the day to see where we go to next season. This horse he's done pretty well, but I think he let us down over a little bit of the shorter trips, having the habit of just getting left a couple of lengths. I think he seems to enjoy Gravel, and he quickens up well. Often there's not the pace that you expect in these type of races, and in the right place at the right time, he may just be running on strongly. I'm taking a chance at the weights. It's not that I feel that he's 7 or 8 kilos better than rated. Definitely not. It's maybe a kilo or 2 at the most, but I'm taking a chance. He's fitting well. Let's see what happens.
Well, obviously the form has been franked from his last victory, but very much like the Charity Mile, there are horses that are in this race because it's been their target, and there are horses in this race because maybe they just pulled up well in the Vodacom Durban July. Captain America specifically targeted this race. Sail South, MARINARESCO may be an afterthought. I don't know what you think, but has it been this horse's target all along?
Definitely not. The KZN Mile was his target. We've achieved that. It's definitely a matter of nominate, see how you draw. Let's have a look at the field. At the end of the day, I had French Navy and Bulleting Home in. Unfortunately, Bulleting Home went wrong, and French Navy, I've decided to reserve him for the Summer Cup. He's come down to a 108, and we said we'll take a chance with this horse and see what happens.